Hi everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. Today is July 2nd, 2014. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our biases, which are based on the 5 p.m. Eastern Time close of our daily bars. Let's go ahead and get to the charts actually. So yesterday I called a sell on the euro dollar. We got a beautiful sell on the euro dollar. I thought it was going to retrace back up to 136.87, but if you understood what a pod is, you would have been able to take profits coming all the way down on the euro dollar. Now, if you don't know what a pod is, I am sharing that with you. And I'm going to be putting together a course that will be sharing that with you very, very shortly. Just exactly how to trade these calls, trade the biases, even when price doesn't go exactly the way that we want, which it generally has proven itself to do. All right, so the euro dollar is a sell and was a sell. You can see that it bounced off of this old trend line. Okay, at 136.35, we went price took it to 136.39. We have kind of fallen into a consolidation market here in a bit. So what I would like to do is I'm going to be looking for some consolidation movement here on this pair. So let's talk about what that would look like for us. Because I am not quite set up. Bear with me for a second. All right, so what we are going to be looking for is we're going to look for price to come back down to about 136.32, and we're going to play a buy off of that area between 136.32 and 136.25. So it's going to be 136.25 to 136.32. So 7 pip difference, no big deal there. But you're going to be looking for a play off of that, a buy off of that. And we're going to look for sell opportunities from where we are. Mostly I've got my eye on a sell. I'm going to also look for price to get to 136.71, and I'm going to be looking for a sell off of 136.71. So my zone here is 136.71 to 136.26 on the euro dollar. So look out for that. Still see that there's some downside here, but we're definitely playing inside. This is definitely a master candle, as we like to call it in the world of breakout trading. And we've got, two inside bars essentially. So we're looking for price to get out of that range, and for us to do that, it's going to have to come back down to these lower areas where we just came from, where we tested the market today. So we're going to be looking for a consolidation bias. I called it 136.26 to 136.32. We're going to look for a buy, and 136.71 we're looking for a sell. That's where we are on the euro dollar. Dollar Swiss played out exactly the way that we thought it would. 88.75. So euro dollar played, the bias played out perfectly. Dollar Swiss actually had really 100%. We went on that as we called a buy from our current levels. We're looking for a buy from where we were, which is about 88.70 to 88.75. And then price obviously going up to 88.97, almost 0.90, which is actually a very good place to look for a sell-off on that, or expect for a bounce back on price. So it's about 30 pips, not a tremendous amount of pips here right now in the market on the dollar Swiss, but that was a very good play, and we did make some money off of that. That was great. All right, so I said on the pound dollar that we could expect to see that price was going to go up to test the upper area of our trend line here in the channel, the upper area of our channel, and we could look for a sell-off on that. We still haven't gotten our sell-off yet, guys, not quite yet. And you can see that the pound dollar is actually still giving us a bit of fight here. So we may have a test. It may test above to about 172. I don't want to say 172.100, but I do think that we can get to 172.100 and then get a bounce down off of 172.100 back down into this zone where we're going to have plenty of downside when the market decides it's ready. So we're going to have plenty of it from here. I'm looking for a call at about 171.80 to sell here. Current levels and 171.80 to sell. And yeah, that's what we're going to be looking for. I also pulled up this stochastic so I could see where we were as far as being oversold, overbought, or oversold. We're clearly overbought at this point. It's not something that I use on a regular basis, but it is absolutely something that will confirm what our overall market bias belief is. And so our bias here essentially is for a sell on the pound dollar. We're going to wait for that kind of movement. So up at these top areas, we're going to be looking for a sell, 1.70, 172, and we're going to look for price to come down here. Now we may have consolidation before we have that push down because this is not very strong. We also do have non-farm payroll that's going to be coming up right now. So this is what I think. I think this is more accurate in looking at as an area of support now is at 101.34 as an area of support. So I'm going to look for price to come up to about 102.11. So I've got a buy on the dollar yen. I'm going to look for a buy up to 139.31 on the euro yen. And then I'm going to look for price to drop. I'm looking for a sell after that. Yesterday we kind of called a sell. We did have a sell off. You can see this wick down here. And that's where most of the price action occurred. For 138.84, price went down to 138.53, giving us about 31 pips. And from there, it went up to 139.05, which is 20 pips. So 20 pips to the upside, 30 pips to the downside. So the downside did definitely play itself out. Not a tremendous amount of movement on these currency pairs. Just a lot of, just back and forth movement, waiting for new news to come out in the market. And I do expect new news. Now the pound yen did have a breakout, broke out of the zone here. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to buy the pound yen just yet. We could be ready to buy the pound yen. We do have a breakout. I'm not going to call it on this, guys, because I really do believe that we could easily see a big sell-off candle here on the pound yen, and we could really see price come back into this consolidation zone and really continue down. So for that reason, I'm not calling a buy on the pound yen. I'm not calling anything on the pound yen. Aussie dollar, though. Aussie dollar shows us a nice railroad tracks formation. For that reason, I'm looking for a sell on the Aussie dollar for the time being. And so we're going to play a sell on the Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar, as I said, it played consolidation to the T. Literally, I said 87.50. I said 87.81. It wasn't a lot of range, but if you played both ways, you would have made money here. It really played out exactly the way that we thought it would. New dollar CAD. Okay, and so for this New Zealand, we're going to play the same numbers. 87.50, 87.80. Those are our areas of support and resistance to play off of. If you have any questions, guys, about this, as I'm trying to go through as quickly as possible, simply just write to us on Tribe Forex, and I will answer any questions you have. Write to us on the Tribe Forex Facebook page, and I will answer any questions that you have concerning these calls. All right, railroad tracks on the dollar CAD now. So I'm going to look for a buy on the dollar CAD. And that sums it up. Guys, I hope that you have gotten something here. We've been trading all week. We've been doing well for the most part. Euro calls and dollar Swiss calls have been really, really great, really on point. We've had some good pound dollar calls that made money. I am posting, and I just posted a trade that we took on the pound dollar on Monday. So we made the trade call on Monday, walked into the Tuesday session, and made money. We made about 62 pips, between 50 and 60 pips on that pound dollar buy that we called on Monday. You can take a look at that. It's right there on the Facebook page. You can also find it at www.tribeforex.com/wrap-up2. With that, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All the best and happy trading. Bye-bye.